What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to yet another vertical live stream right here in Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. And I hope you guys are having a good afternoon. We are live here to talk about some wrestling news. We have a ton, so much news to cover, which is why I'm doing this live stream earlier on in the day. Listen, the amount of news that came out of Bad Blood the weekend, astronomical. I can't even cover it all in this stream. So we're doing some news items here, and then we'll do the other news items during my Raw review, because there's going to be a news section in that as well. So we're going to cover a good portion of the big news here, and I might revisit some of it during my Raw review, but the reason why I'm doing this is to help deviate some of this news. It's a lot. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Let me be sure that I sound okay. Let me check. I think I sound good. I think we're okay. Again, we're still trying to work out all of the aesthetics. I don't really have a cover yet for the vertical live streams. Don't even know how I'm going to work in, ads and visuals. It might just be this. But we're going to keep working on it. We're going to keep putting in more work to give you guys the best content you could ever have when it comes to professional wrestling right here on YouTube. So thank you for your patience. Let's get the preliminary stuff out of the way. You know what to do. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you want to donate after the fact, you can donate even now during the live stream. Unfortunately, it won't be played on the screen. Not for this one. I haven't figured out how to incorporate, what is it called? StreamYard or Streamlabs? I think it's Streamlabs into the vertical live yet, but we'll figure it out. Just give me more time. Be more patient with me. You know the rest. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter or X. Of course, we got TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest, and Instagram. All that's down below in the description. And of course, let's give a quick shout out to the partners, the sponsors of this live stream. SeatGeek, those of you who are looking for wrestling tickets, because we got a lot of wrestling events coming up. Not just Raw, SmackDown, AEW. This upcoming weekend, they have, I believe, Wrestle Dream. And then in November, there's going to be, oh my God, we got Crown Jewel, we got Full Gear, and then, of course, you got Survivor Series. So we have a ton of wrestling to go for the rest of the year. If you're looking for a leg up for these wrestling shows, or maybe even a leg up for other sports, football, baseball, they're all going. Use SeatGeek for the best deals and the best prices on seats. And here's the kicker. If you use SeatGeek and you use the promo code JustAlyx at checkout, you, my friends, will get what's called a discount of $20. I said a $20 discount on your first purchase. Big leg up. So check it out. Let me know how you feeling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm seeing people here in the live chat. I will do shout outs at the end of the stream. Let me just go ahead and get to this news. When I tell you it's a lot, we're going to be here for a while. Expect to be here for a good hour and a half. Trust me, even with me giving you a 5-minute reprieve, letting you guys come in, settle in, we're going to be here for a while. let's go ahead and get right to it. If you're ready, let's start off with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. So this one, I think, hit the day after SmackDown, which was that very Saturday, the day of Hell in the Cell. Those of you saw AJ Styles suffer an injury on television when he was wrestling him, Carmelo Hayes, and they played it off as an ankle injury. Well, I'm here to give you some good news, but also some bad news. The ankle injury is storyline. He doesn't really have an ankle injury. That was just a way to protect him and put over Carmelo Hayes so he can fight LA Knight, which, by the way, hasn't been done in a while. I don't remember the last time the WWE has done a storyline injury of this magnitude, where they played it off like an injury, they had someone lose to the injury, and they sold it like one. I haven't seen a storyline like that in ages, not at least on WWE. I believe we saw one in NXT. I don't remember who it was, where it was, when it was. But yeah, AJ Styles doing a storyline injury, I was all for that. I thought it fit with his character at the moment. He is that fading veteran, the fading legend, who is not as good as he once was. He is someone that's getting up there. He's in his 40s. And he is looking to retire soon. They said this is his last contract. When this contract expires or it runs out, he's not going to sign a new one. He might sign a Legends deal, but that won't be a full-time contract. This is the last full-time run he's going to have with WWE, which is great. He's earned it. Hall of Famer for sure. He's won every single world title in every major promotion, except AEW, but we're not going to count that one for now. So if he wants to call it a day after this contract is up, he has every right to do, and he's earned all the respect for it. So this storyline where he's hurting himself, where he's not as, he's not a spring chicken anymore. He's not as flexible. His body breaks down easily. I think it fits very well for where he is in life. And it's great for sympathy. Gives him that babyface aura, which is what he needs, especially after quitting to Cody Rhodes. It makes the most sense to go this direction. So I was excited about it because I'm thinking, man, you can take this all the way to Rumble. He can be a favorite to win, perhaps get one more shot at Cody down the line after Cody turns heel. We'll talk about that in a future video. But then the other news dropped, and this one was a heartbreaker. Apparently, Fightful Select reports that although he didn't suffer an ankle injury, AJ Styles did in fact hurt himself during the match. Here's what the WWE told Fightful, and it's in quotes. The flip where he sold the ankle was a work. The move where he went for the Ushigoroshi and he dropped Carmelo Hayes on his knee and his knee buckled, that was legit. So he actually did hurt his knee. His knee is, I don't know if it's injured, if he broke something, if he tore something that hasn't been reported yet, but they are saying he's hurt, which is, it's appropriate, but at the same time, it does suck because I don't know if this was going to be like one of those things where he was supposed to be on TV, but pretending to be hurt. Now that he's really hurt, that might have thrown plans out the window. And I feel bad because it's his first match back since that feud with Cody Rhodes, which, I'm sorry, I know we all like Cody, and I'm not knocking Cody, but that feud with Cody Rhodes did nothing for AJ. It did nothing for him. Sure, it might have reminded fans that he was a main event player, but he's always been a main event player. I've never saw AJ anything but a main event player. So it didn't make me see him in a bigger light or a better light. It did nothing for him. Tell me when I'm telling lies. So I was hoping we would get a storyline that would shoot him into that stratosphere of people seeing him as a legend, which is what he is. I thought this was going to be it. It still might be. This knee injury has me worried. If he's legitimately hurt, who knows how long he'll be out. He's old now, y'all. He's in his 40s. Some of you are like, well, that's still, 40s is the new 30s. I hear what y'all saying. For wrestling, your 40s is old. I'm sorry. And an injury in your 40s and or 50s is going to take a lot longer to recover from. And I get worried when I hear these wrestlers getting hurt that late in their career. So let's pray and hope that the injury isn't as bad as we imagine it might be. He probably just sprained himself. He'll probably be out for a couple of weeks and he'll be back to tell the story. And we can just add this to that Fading Legend storyline. So it's appropriate, but it also sucks because I hate seeing or at least hearing that wrestlers got hurt. And yes, he did get hurt on that Ushigoroshi spot. Totally not planned. So pray for him. Hopefully things work out for AJ. Also on SmackDown, we got the news of the Motor City Machine Guns, that being Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, former TNA World Champions and TNA Tag Team Champions, coming to WWE SmackDown. Originally, the report said NXT. Plans have changed. They are now coming to Friday Night SmackDown. Now, I have a theory, conspiracy theory, if you will. I think the reason why plans changed, and some of you see where I'm going with this, was because originally they were going to bring in the Lucha Bros. I still believe the WWE had plans in place to bring in Phoenix and Pentagon. That was going to be their spot. They had merchandise made, and then Tony Khan said, too bad, y'all not going nowhere because I'm tacking on injury time, which is absolutely terrible. I'm not going to get into it here. Just go watch my rant video about it. In short, this is just petty corporate BS, some tribalistic bullshit. I'm going to just say it, bullshit that Tony Khan is pulling because he doesn't want talent to go to WWE, which is beyond ridiculous because why didn't you do this with CM Punk or Cody Rhodes? If you're not going to use them, let them go. We're not going to see Ray Phoenix and or Pentagon on TV anytime soon. So what are we doing here? What are you going to do? Keep them off TV? Keep them off TV and pay them to stay at home? How does that help anybody? Doesn't help you. You just lose money. Right? And then it doesn't help the fans because the fans don't want to see them. Well, they can't see them sitting at home, but they don't want to see them not on their TV sets. They want to see them perform. The wrestling business is better when the Lucha Bros are on TV. But like I said, we're not going to get into that. I think the plan was to bring them in and put them on SmackDown. Once they realized they're not getting the Lucha Bros, they said, well, I guess we have a spot open for a tag team. Motor City Machine Guns, what y'all doing? Come on up to SmackDown. Now, in all honesty, this is better. Because when they announced them for NXT, there was a side of me that was like, but why though? What did they lack? What are they lacking that stops them from coming straight to the main roster? These are two former world champions in TNA, but still, they've been in the business for decades. They know what they're doing. I think they're good. Alex Shelley, well, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley have been wrestling since the 90s. The 90s. Think about that. Think about what I just told you. They've been here for close to 3 decades. Trust me when I say this. They're ready. So I was confused about why they put them on NXT. Was it to have them help the younger talent get over? Because they do have experience in training. So maybe they were going to have them on NXT to train some of the talent and help boost this idea that NXT is developmental, right? I don't know. I just personally feel like I understand what they wanted to do with them, MCMG are main eventers, in my opinion, but main roster talent. If they really, really, really wanted to, you could push Alex Shelley as a main event player. If they wanted to. Not saying they are. I need to watch my words here. But they've been around long enough to understand how things work. They know what the hard camera is. They're good. And they know how to work the WWE style. They've worked multiple styles. It's just like riding a bike. They'll come in. They'll probably be a little rusty getting used to things in the first, month or so. After that, it's just going to click. They're going to be just fine. But yeah, I have a very, very strong suspicion that originally MCMG was not supposed to be called to SmackDown. I have a very strong, very, very strong suspicion that this was supposed to be the Lucha Bros. But things happen, so guess what? Of course, we got the freaking, MCMG, MC Machine Guns coming up. So, I do appreciate you guys for being here. I see a couple of trolls here in the live chat. Please don't pay any attention to them. And shout out to New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl for making sure they do not stay. I appreciate that. My moderators are on point. Show your love to the mod squad. Ultra, Sean Knight, 7 5-star heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Khalil does everything. Highway dealing danger. And of course, Big MGM. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let's move on. We got a lot to get to, so I don't want to keep y'all here too long. One of the big stories of the entire week was Hell in the Cell. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre stole the entire weekend, as you would imagine they would. The moment they announced CM Punk and Drew McIntyre would be in Hell in the Cell, I think we all assumed, well, yeah, this is going to be a match of the year candidate. It was that and more. What we got was one of the best Hell in a Cell matches to ever take place in WWE, and it's not even close. It's not even close. This was easily, in my opinion, top 5 Hell in the Cells. It's up there. I would put it in there with Shawn Michaels and Taker from 1997. Definitely Mankind and Taker, which to me is still the best Hell in the Cell ever, from 1998. It's hard to top that. It's hard to top a man getting thrown off a cell and then thrown through a cell and then falling on thumbtacks. You're not going to top that. And then you can add in the other two, but I would put this a strong 3 or 4. I would have to go through all the other Hell in the Cells to decide what the other 2 would be, but this is up there. Top 5 for sure. And I'm not the only person that feels that way. Fan reactions for this have been incredible. Those of you who do what I do, you like watching other people react and talk about professional wrestling. Speaking of react, shout out to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. They will be doing a live reaction of the show, Raw tonight. Tune into their stream and then come back to this channel for my live review, which will also be live, in case you didn't catch the word live in there. Lots of lives. But yeah, I go around YouTube watching other reviews and live reactions. Everybody loved this match. And I checked Cage Match, which is something I don't promote a lot, but it's incredible when you see the rating it got. Like right now, currently it has a 9.4. 9.4 out of 10, which, for the record, is one of the highest rated WWE matches ever. I think it's number 21. 21 out of hundreds. Not even hundreds. I think it's thousands. It's literally the top 21 best match ever in WWE. Do I feel it's that good? Honestly, I might have to sit on that. For a little bit. it's one of those things when I really go back and look at what they did with this feud, the long-term storytelling, Punk getting injured, him screwing over Drew, not once, but not twice, 3 times. Well, no, 4 times. 4 times. Their matches at SummerSlam, the bull rope match, and then, of course, their Hell in a Cell. This is one of the best feuds that the WWE has done in ages. This is one of CM Punk's best matches, for sure. The last classic match that he had was Brock Lesnar in WWE, not AEW, but WWE. That was in 2013. This is Drew McIntyre's best match? Maybe. Yeah, I think this is Drew's best match. I'm going to say it. I think for sure this is the best match that Drew McIntyre and his best feud they've ever had. And to consummate that, Drew gave himself 16 stitches. So this news came out. During the match, we saw Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, but Drew get busted open and he was bleeding profusely. So usually when wrestlers get busted open, they blade, or, they take a chair shot or some type of head trauma. The camera goes away from them. They blade, right? Drew didn't blade. Punk hard-weighed Drew. Now, apparently, Drew told Punk to hard-weigh him. And so Punk literally cracked the toolbox over his head, the skull of his head, and hard-weighed him. And he bled for real. So the blood you saw coming down his face was real blood. I mean, both of them had real blood, but Punk's was more, you can tell he bladed. You can tell he was more contained. Drew lost a lot of blood and apparently needed, let me get this right, 16 stitches. 16 stitches. Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not going to show you the photo. Otherwise, number one, this will get taken down off of YouTube and age restricted. And I can't, even if I wanted to. But it was gruesome. I did see the stitches. It is on, I'm not going to post it on my Facebook page either because that would get taken down. Facebook is ridiculous. I'll retweet it on Twitter. So find me on Twitter and I'll definitely show it to you there. It was gruesome. But it fits, man. The brutality, the storytelling. It was definitely one of their most brutal, bloodiest, hardcore, whatever word you want to use to describe the level of craziness that match was. People are calling it the best match for WWE this year. Yeah. I'm gonna say it. It is. This is number one. This is better than Cody and Roman, which was their best match. Well, hold up. Might have to pull back on that. I don't even think Cody and Roman was the best match this year before then. I would have to go back and see what classic matches they've had. But if it was, guess what? Punk and Drew just took it. And I will say, we'll get to Bad Blood in a second. If this match didn't happen on Bad Blood, I would say that show would not have been good. Can I be honest with you? I think this match and the main event with The Rock returning saved that show from being an absolute disaster. Because the middle of that card was not good. We'll get to that in a second, though. Just want to wrap up my thoughts on Punk and Drew. I just hope, going forward, what they do with both men protects and what's the word I'm looking for? Justifies the level of quality they brought to this. I would hate for Drew, since he lost, to just go away and fade into obscurity. And they don't know what to do with him. He's directionless. We know CM Punk is going to go fight Gunther, most likely at Survivor Series. And then that will spin off into a feud with Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. So we know what Seth and Punk are going to be doing. What does Drew do? Where does Drew go? He has had some of the best work. His best work, period, in his career happened this year with CM Punk. he better be involved in something special for WrestleMania. I would be personally offended if they don't do anything with him. Nothing. And I mean nothing with him going into WrestleMania. He deserves to have something going for him. I mean, am I wrong? Literally some of his best work. So he deserves to have something. But let's see what happens. I heard, who was it? Solid Monster? I think it was Solid Monster that suggested that he should go to SmackDown. Okay, but to do what? You're going to have him go after Cody to lose? He's not going to beat Cody. Now that The Rock is back, it ain't happening. He's not beating Cody. And he's definitely not going to beat Roman. That's not going to happen. So I don't know what we're doing here if we're sending Drew to SmackDown. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We got a super chat, $2 from, is it Jakage? Jakage 13. Thank you so much. Have Drew win the Royal Rumble. To do what? To lose? Because he's either going to win the Rumble and lose to Cody or lose to Gunther. Nah, 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 nah. What are we going to do? I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll talk about the Rumble in a future video, but I would actually consider Roman. Either Roman, Randy, or who was the other one? Oh, that was another one that I thought would be good. We'll get to it in the future. We're not talking about Rumble right now. Rumble ain't happening until February. We got plenty of time. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. Again, I didn't even scratch my list of topics. I might have to cut some of this too because I don't want to go too long. Let me be sure I sound good. How do I sound? Do I sound good? I sound amazing. This microphone is sexy and it gives me a nice voice too. I sound like I'm professional with the way I announce and I don't even know what to call it. The morning news. Good morning, everybody. Type of video. But someone said Barry White. I got that Barry White whiz. Got that Barry White whiz. All right, let's keep going. I'm having a little too much fun. We'll do shout outs probably in just a second because I'm realizing there's a lot of people here and I didn't tell y'all to like the video and I didn't tell y'all about why I'm doing vertical live. So, okay, let me just get to Bad Blood. Let me just go through that. Then we'll take a quick break to say hello to the people and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll get back to the news. So overall thoughts on Bad Blood. I remember the grade I gave it. I gave it a B. So that means it's good. My scale, if it's an S, that means it's legendary. I rarely give S's. I think I've only given an S to five shows. And I can literally tell you what those shows are. It's been a minute. So WrestleMania 17, NXT TakeOver New Orleans 2018, AEW All In, the first one, AEW Revolution this year, and what was the last one? I'm missing a show. What was the other show I gave an S to? It was another NXT show. Was it NXT TakeOver Chicago? 2018? No, that wasn't it. There was another show I gave an S to. That's how you know it's rare. That's how you know it's rare when I don't even remember what the fifth show was. But somebody will go back and tell me what the fifth one was. I'm pretty sure one of the mods will remember. But you get an S. You have A, which is excellent. It's one of the best grades you can have. B is good. C is average. D is meh, underwhelming. And F is don't even bother. This shit is horrible. Why does it exist? Right? I gave the show a B. In all honesty, if it wasn't for the main event, which is the Hell in a Cell match, although it wasn't the main event, but if it wasn't for Hell in a Cell and then The Rock returning, it probably would be a D. or at the very highest, a C. The show, in terms of the middle of the card, was not great. And I sit back and I go, they could have put Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed on the show with Seth Rollins returning. Would have been great. They could have did that triple threat ladder match they put on SmackDown. They could have done Sammy and Gunther. They could have done Jay and Bronson. Too many Brawns. God damn it. Jay and Braun Breaker. You could have done so many other matches to really pack out this card. Because I remember going into it in September, I said, yo, I think Bad Blood is going to be their show of the year with all these stories going in. But then they just had to book Nia Jackson Bayley, Finn Balor and Damian. And no offense to Rhea and Liv, but Rhea and Liv didn't really have a lot of heat to it. And we'll talk about that in just a second as well. But overall thoughts, you know, I wanted more. I expected more, but the show was still good. The crowd helped. The Rock returning really added importance to it. So I can't say it was a bad show, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend I wasn't slightly disappointed in what I got, because it should have been so much better. I know A&B Combo said it was a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. And some of you thought it was an A, because I do polls on my community tab. And a lot of people say it was an A show. I don't think it was an A show. But, you know, I'll still give it a B. It lacked something for me to give it an A, though. So getting into Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's match, I thought this when I saw it. And I think you guys thought this too. Originally, Liv Morgan was supposed to win that match. I think that was clear when Raquel Rodriguez pulled Liv over Rhea, but then decided, oh yeah, that's right, he called for the bell. My bad. Pretend y'all didn't see that. I think originally Raquel was supposed to go in there, attack Rhea, and that was supposed to be another obstacle for Rhea Ripley, right? Which would have been fine. Raquel got no reaction, which is sad. I've been following Raquel's disease, her issues. I forgot what it was called, but she's had some autoimmune disease that's been plaguing her. And at one point, her skin was, oh, that poor girl. And she's so nice. Like the Raquel on TV, like she's intimidating and she's mean and she growls at her. But behind scenes, she is a sweetheart, so bubbly and pure. And so I was very sad to see her come down with that autoimmune disease. She's gotten better. She's looking great. But no one cared. She came out, didn't get up a lick of a pop. Most of those fans were like, who is that? Who is that? She tall, though. I guarantee you most of them knew who it was and did not care. There might have been a few in there that were like, who's that? I've never seen her before. A small few. Most of the fans there knew it was Raquel and they did not care. And that's something I've been trying to communicate to y'all since NXT when I first saw her. I think y'all are pushing her a little too hard too soon. This is one of those people that I called out a long time ago. I said, y'all might want to slow down, back off on Raquel Rodriguez. Y'all doing too much with her way too soon. She has the look. I love her behind scenes, but on screen, the character on screen is nothing. It's bland. She's just big. Here's the problem with that. She isn't the only big female there. She isn't even the biggest female. That's Nia Jax. And Nia Jax has gotten 100 times better than what she was. So Raquel doesn't stand out. She doesn't stand out. And so therefore, she doesn't really have much to her that makes fans want to care. So for her to go out there and help Liv, even if it went the right way, it would have fallen flat anyways. But then you add in the factor that the referee, he completely screwed up the finish. The referee wasn't supposed to see Raquel Rodriguez attack Rhea, but he did. Because he's an idiot. So rightfully so, he called for the bell. They called an audible and said, well, now it's a DQ. Thanks, ref. So Rhea wins. I guess that maintains her babyface momentum because she did beat Liv, so she's up for another title shot. But before she gets to Liv, she has to fight Raquel. She has to fight Raquel Rodriguez, and she'll have to go through her. Here's what I see happening, because there was a side of me that thought, we can get this to WrestleMania. We can get Rhea and Liv to WrestleMania with the right type of storytelling, with the right moments here and there to extend it. After seeing this match, yeah, let's not. We can still do it. I don't think they should. Let's wrap this up at Survivor Series. We can do something where this is your last shot, Rhea. If you lose to Liv, you can never, ever get another shot at her. And then she overcomes all the odds and beats Liv. And then they can just do one more match between them at whatever Saturday night's main event is in December. Just do it there, and then they move on. Quite frankly, as much as I love Liv and Dom, the relationship has a ton of heat, great heat magnets. By the way, I am of the opinion that heat drives storylines. The better the heel, the better the story. Period. I believe, yes, you need a strong baby face. Both of them need to be strong, but the ones that really drive the stories are the heels. And I think Raw has been the Liv and Dominic Mysterio show for months now. I am starting to believe, not even that, I'm starting to feel like this is overstaying its welcome just a tad bit. Am I the only one that feels that way? Let me know in the live chat, in the comments. This is starting to overstay its welcome just a tad bit, because it's spinning its circles. We're not really going anywhere with this. The whole point of Liv getting with Dom was to get back at Rhea Ripley, right? That was the whole point of getting with Dom. Okay, now that she has everything, it's like, well, we don't know where to go. What do we do now? She has everything that Rhea has, so now she's content. So now I'm just like, okay, now what? Now what? Now the babyface has to chase him and get everything back, right? But where does this take Liv's character? Nowhere. Now they're just stagnant. Well, we all know what's going to happen when Rhea beats Liv. Liv is going to feel like she has no point, or sees no point in being with Dom after that, and she leaves him, which then spins into Liv and Dom having their drama, which is going to be more television, which is why I call it the Liv and Dom show. But even their relationship right now is kind of spinning its circle, because all they're doing is just getting beat up by Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. That's Judgment Day now. They're just getting beat up every week, and I'm getting kind of sick of it. Can we do something different? But that's where we are. That's where we are with Liv and Dom. And I think that is the only on-screen story that we'll talk about. We have other news to get to. But like I said, we're going to take a quick break really quickly. Let me say hello to the live chat. I have a lot of people in here. Thank you all so much for joining me. As always, I want you guys to know that I am grateful that you chose to make me a part of your day. Please like the video. We have over 100 people. We've had 100 people since the start of the stream. I don't know why my vertical live streams get more viewers than my regular live streams, but it is what it is. Let me turn this around, by the way. What are we going to do? I'm glad you're here. Please like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. And we'll do shout outs at the end of the stream. Let's get back to it. That was a quick break over. I got things to do. I got time to not waste, because I got other things to get to. What's next? The Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, the final boss finally has returned to WWE. One of the biggest news items coming out of Bad Blood. There's some things surrounding that, though. So a fan video surfaced on Twitter, I believe, or social media, of Solo Sikoa telling a fan during The Rock's return, it's all going according to plan, or it's part of the plan, long term. Basically saying, oh, So The Rock is the secret boss behind this new bloodline, which makes all the sense in the world. Roman lost. And so you can tie in The Rock talking to Solo and saying, take that spot away from him. I am a higher chief in the family. I don't know what Rock's exact title is, but he's over the tribal chief. He's high chief something. I forgot what it was called. So he can decide who the tribal chief is and who's not. And so you can say that The Rock chose Solo, but see, Solo's losing. So I think what's getting ready to happen is that when it's revealed that The Rock was the one who took over this bloodline, he's going to kick Solo out and then bring forth Jacob Fatu, which is what needs to happen. I look forward to seeing what the bloodline will look like when they go all in, no pun intended, with Jacob Fatu. But him saying it's part of the plan, I think we all saw that coming. The moment The Rock showed up, we all thought, let me guess, he's the mastermind behind this new bloodline. That's the only thing that makes sense. If the plan is to go to Rock and Cody, which is, again, going to happen at either Survivor Series, at main event, Saturday night's main event, or the Royal Rumble. Most likely the Royal Rumble. It makes the most sense to have The Rock be behind the bloodline. But then you do Rock and Roman. Again, it makes the most sense for the reason why Roman lost everything to be The Rock's decision to take everything away from him, because that's building to their WrestleMania match. So this is well a part of the plan that I thought they were going to do. This is a direction that I saw coming, and I'm loving it. I just wish they would give Solo more wins, because Solo looks like a chomp. He's lost every match he's had against Cody and Roman. He's a joke. He needed a win. Goodness gracious, he needed that win at Bad Blood. So we'll see what they do. They'll probably do Survivor Series, Civil War Bloodline, and then he'll win that match. Or he'll lose that match. If he loses that match, just get rid of him. Make Jacob Fatu the head of the table at that point. But yeah, this was definitely something we saw coming. So one of the rumors that everyone's been talking about, at the end of the show, you had The Rock look at Roman and Cody inside the ring and go, 1, 2, 3, cut his throat, and then the music played. And everyone's like, oh, what does that mean? What's the significance of the 3 and the cutthroat? Does the cutthroat mean 4? Did he do it like this? And then he did like this? So it was 41? You know what I mean? Everybody's just doing all kinds of conspiracy theories. I don't know. We don't know. We'll figure it out later. But everyone's assuming that this is building to a triple threat. A triple threat between Cody, Roman, and Rock at WrestleMania. Let me just stop you right now. There's a big reason why we shouldn't do a triple threat. Because quite frankly, when you do Rock and Roman for the first time, it shouldn't be in a triple threat. Sorry. I get it. Y'all love Cody. Cody Rhodes fans, I hear you. You love him. You don't want him to lose that belt. You were there when he had his WrestleMania 30 at WrestleMania 40. It was a great moment. He did it for Dusty. The American Dream. I get it. And I like Cody. But goddamn, y'all. When is enough enough? He already had his WrestleMania moment. The story is over. Give me something else. You had your match. Let us have our match. The main event at WrestleMania 41 should be Rock and Roman. Period. Does it need to be for the title? No. And it shouldn't be for the title. I think Cody should beat Rock at Royal Rumble because Roman screws Rock. Cody keeps the belt. He gets that big win over Rock. So you can say Cody beat Rock and Roman, which puts him above them, and then has his own match against Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, or John Cena. That was the third one. The third one was John Cena. I actually when I do my Rumble predictions, right now, until I see otherwise, I kind of have John Cena winning it. I have John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. Then there's a reason why. But anyways, that would be a much better way to go. Cody beats Rock and Roman, and then goes on to fight whoever. Night 1, the main event of night 2 in Las Vegas needs to be Rock and Roman. No triple threat. Quit trying to force Cody in the top programs. Stop it. Stop. Enough. I'm sorry. I like Cody. He's earned everything he's had. But God damn it. Stop trying to force him in spots he doesn't need to be in. This was an issue with John Cena. Damn. Stop it. Okay. Getting a little over dramatic. Stop it. No, like for real. It's getting ridiculous how many people are trying so hard to keep Cody in that top spot. Listen to me. It's better for Cody that he naturally fits in where he fits. Because if you force him in spots where he doesn't belong, the fans will turn on him. That was part of the reason why they had Kevin turn on him off screen. We'll talk about that in a second. That's also on the docket. Although I might save that for SmackDown. No, we'll talk about it today. But like, everyone keeps telling me that Cody has to be in the main event because he's champion. No, he doesn't. Rightfully so. He should get a main event. But why does he have to be the main event? No, Cody should be main event night 1. And that's it. The real main event, night 2, needs to be Rock and Roman. Period. That's it. Don't make this complicated. The moment you make it a triple threat, then Rock and Roman will cease to be special. Could it still be a blockbuster match? Sure, but the whole thing is they've never had a match before. Ever. Do not screw that up by throwing Cody in there. Stop it! Seriously, let's really consider the fact that it would hurt Cody, honestly, if you made a triple threat, because he would feel like the third wheel. Real talk. You make it a triple threat, Cody instantly becomes the third wheel, which should make the WWE Championship the third wheel. Don't do it. If you want the championship in the main event that badly, then put the belt on The Rock. That's your compromise. Well, the WWE Champion should be in the main event. Fine. Fine. Put the belt on The Rock then. That's what we'll do. Do you want that? Got me all fired up. Cody Rhodes fans get on my nerves. Nah, I love y'all. I love y'all. For real. No, but like, in all honesty, real talk, it's just better if Cody is just not involved with Rock and Roman. And you make Rock and Roman the main event. Cody gets night 1 championship. He beats Rock at Rumble. He keeps his status. He seems like the guy to beat. And then you just go with Rock and Roman in the main event. Do Rock and Roman, and people will stop asking about it. You want people to shut the fuck up about Rock and Roman? Here's how you do it. Do the goddamn match, and they'll shut up about it. What a concept. But yeah, I think we all see where this is going. Give me your thoughts about Solo, part of the plan, your triple threat, and we'll get to that. Kevin Owens, ladies and gentlemen. We all know about Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes past Bad Blood. And we saw the video footage all over social media. Fan cam. Very unique situation. They've never really turned anybody heel off screen. This is a new thing. Now, they probably did it before I started watching wrestling, but in modern times, they haven't turned anybody babyface or heel off screen before. So this was new. They'll play the footage on SmackDown, I hope, and then the official heel turn will begin. But news came out about why they did it this way, because even I was like, why did y'all do it like this? Why didn't y'all save it till SmackDown? Because we all knew Kevin was going to turn heel anyways. We saw it coming. But they decided to do it off screen, and I was just like, that's weird. Why? Well, news comes out that the reason they did it, shocker, is because WWE knew that the fans would cheer it. They did it to protect Cody. That was the right thing to do. Yeah, I wanted it. I wanted Kevin. There's a sick side of me that was like, ooh, the fans are going to cheer Cody getting turned on. Do it. Do it. Okay. They did the right thing. I'm not going to be that asshole that's like, oh, come on, you cowards. No, they're trying to protect their best, their top talent. This was the way to do it. How do you have Kevin turn without the fans cheering it? This is the way. So when you see him on SmackDown, the fans will naturally boo him because they were robbed, or he robbed them of the pleasure of seeing the turn. It's a good way to do it. It's unique. Now, we'll definitely see if it works, because there is a side of me that thinks, well, I think Kevin will still get cheered. I know why they did it this way. It's because it's a better way to help Kevin get the heat and protect Cody. And so fans will naturally want to boo Kevin when they see him. But let's just be honest here. I think we all saw what was getting ready to happen when they were teasing the Kevin Owens heel turn for what, a month or months. Fans were excited to see it. They wanted to see it. They wanted to see Kevin turn on Cody. So will it be one of those issues where, yeah, he's a heel, but fans still like him, so they're going to boo Cody? Or were they able to avert that and naturally so make Kevin the despicable heel? But also keep this in mind, and I want people to think about this as well. Kevin is a better heel than a babyface. That's always been the case. Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, he is a better heel than a babyface. A heel Kevin Owens or a heel Kevin Steen under Triple H? Ooh. See, I know everybody wants Randy Orton to be Cody Rhodes. I think Kevin, a heel Kevin Owens, he should be Cody. If they do it right. They can have him beat Cody, and then Cody could beat him right back if you want that to happen, I guess. But nah, Kevin Owens as a heel under Triple H is going to be incredible. And I do not see fans booing that. They might boo him initially. I guarantee you, NXT Kevin Owens, oh my goodness, they're going to cheer him. They're going to cheer him naturally. Cody isn't that guy. Well, he used to be. But it's not like a Bryan Danielson or a Sami Zayn situation where if you turn on Sami, fans are going to instantly hate you. Right? If you turn on, give me somebody that fans love. If you turn on Dom, they'll love you. You can't turn on Dominic Mysterio. They'll love you no matter what. You name a very popular babyface. Stone Cold Steve Austin. You attack Stone Cold Steve Austin, fans will hate you. But we'll see. We'll definitely see how that works. But I don't know. I feel like what they're trying to do with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, they want fans to boo Kevin. You're going to try. You might succeed for the first month. They're going to end up cheering him afterwards. There's a reason why they can't keep Kevin heel and babyface. They always have to keep flipping him. Because the thing is, he's not a good baby. He's fine. He's decent as a babyface, but he's not compelling. And so he gets stale and bland as a babyface. So they turn him heel, and then he gets interesting, and then people love him as a heel. And then fans want to cheer him, so they turn him babyface. And then he gets boring and stale again, and so they turn him heel. And so it's the back and forth. They do that every time. Not as bad as Big Show. It's not as bad as Big Show, but that's what happens, unfortunately. Someone said Becky. I don't know. I love Becky, but we're at the point now where you might become a babyface if you turn on Becky. Becky's kind of reached that Charlotte Flair level where she gets everything. She's won all the belts. So now it's like, well, you're not necessarily the underdog anymore. You're the establishment. And I think Becky saw that, and that's why she's like, let me go be a mom. Smart on Becky. But we'll see. We'll definitely see what they do with Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman apparently suffered a groin tear. So remember when he was fighting Bronson Reed last week, and he was doing that run across the ring, and then he shoulder tackled Bronson Reed to the tables. It looked like he was running underwater in slow motion. That's because he tore his groin. He literally tore his groin during the match, and he couldn't run. And we all saw that he was hurt, but I was thinking he had a leg injury. Nope. Groin tear. He's going to be out for a while. Months. But he'll be back. It's a good time for him to rest anyways. Speedy recovery, hopefully. Hopefully he gets better. But that was one of the injuries that I saw. There was another one. Was it AJ? Oh, never mind. The other one was AJ. We already talked about that. All right, so to wrap up this live stream, because vertical live streams are definitely something I don't want to go too long. Don't want to overstay my welcome, but I want them to go lengthy enough to, of course, let people know that I'm doing them. We'll talk about Triple H's comments at the end of Bad Blood. You knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. Don't sit there and act like, what? Alyx is going to go there? Yes. Yes, I'm going there. Let's talk about it. It was the first question that was asked to him when Triple H got on that podium. He was asked about representation and diversity in WWE and him giving equal opportunity to people of color and balancing opportunities across the spectrum. Here is what Triple H had to say, word for word, verbatim. I don't see the difference in anybody. I don't see color. Let me finish. I don't see color. I don't see the nationality. I don't see the difference between men and women. I don't see any of it. I see talent. We tell stories with these talent. We tell stories with those talent. How they can handle those stories and how they can represent those stories and how we can bring those stories forward. I don't keep track of any of that. I do what's relevant and what is best and what is being delivered the best. That's what goes. No different than the men and women who main events. Whatever the biggest stories are, that's where we go. So let me clear this up really quickly. I'm seeing a lot of people as a result of him saying, I don't see color. He's a racist. He's a racist. No. Stop. Stop with that bullshit. Don't bring it here at least. Triple H is not a racist. I'm going to keep saying it until it gets in your thick skull. If Triple H was a racist, you wouldn't see any black or Hispanic people on television in prominent spots. Bianca Belair is literally their poster child right now. And you can't get any blacker than that. Jay Cargill and Bianca are tag team champs. Carmelo Hayes is all over the show. Their ambassador, the WWE ambassador, is Titus O'Neil, who is what? Exactly. He's black. Just because we don't have a black world champion doesn't mean that he hates black folk. That's stupid. Also, Jey Uso, part black. Guess what? He's the IC champion. I'm not trying to hear it. Keep that shit to yourself. I'm serious. He's not a racist. And don't just think it's a black issue. If you're a racist, you also hate Hispanics. Guess who's being pushed hard right now? Damian Priest. He is obsessed with Santos Escobar. Obsessed with him. And I still can't understand why he gives him so much TV time. He hasn't been giving him that much TV time lately, thank God. But that man used to get so much TV, and I'm like, something's off. It ain't working with him. If he was truly a racist, none of these men and women will be getting these opportunities. Period. Period. I'm not trying to hear it. He's not a racist. Now, Let's talk about the comment. I don't like it. Me personally, I really don't like it when people say, I don't see color. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm colorblind. No, you're not. I know what you mean by that. I know what people mean when they say we don't see color, as in we treat everybody equally. Just say that. Just say that. I treat everybody equally despite your skin color. Thank you. Say that. When you say you don't see color, what you're really saying is, oh, so you don't see my issues. You don't see the struggles I go through as a Black person. You don't see the degradation I went through, the segregation, the generations upon generations of struggles we went through in this country, not just America, but across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to admit it or not, racism exists. It does plague not just America, but the world. And it's not just Blacks against whites. It's Asians, it's Hispanics. People are treated like garbage because of how they look on a daily basis, something they cannot control. And I really hate it when people act like that is not an issue. So for me, when Triple H said that, basically that, I groaned. I went, Jesus Christ, who is preparing this man for this stuff? You have to prepare these talents, even Triple H, for media because of questions like this. Who prepared him for this? I mean, didn't Triple H know that this question was coming? People have been calling him a racist for half a year now. Since he gave Cody the world title, they've been calling Triple H a racist. Why would they call Cody a racist? Cody's married to a Black woman, and he listens to Tupac. Cody can come to my cookout any day. I'm just saying. But no, like, getting back to Triple H, like, the rumors of him or the stories and talks of him being a racist have been going on for months now. So you would think he would have something prepared for that. If your answer to those talks is, I don't see color, you need to change it. You got to change that. That is not going to fly. I'm sorry. Just say you treat everybody equally despite their race, their nationality, whether they're men or women. You don't look at their skin color. You don't look at their gender. Like when he said, I see talent, that's good. Just say that. I judge people by their talent. Done. That's all you have to say. Because to me, the people who say I don't see color are the main ones that do. I'm going to say that again. The people who say I don't see color are the main ones that do. Don't say that. You see color. You see that I'm darker than you. And you probably know I don't get the same privileges and the same opportunities as you because the people who have the money prefer people who are light-skinned. Are we going to go there? Do you want me to go there here on this wrestling stream? Because I will, but I'm not. See what happens when you say stuff like that? It just opens the door into all this political talk, which we don't need. And so Triple H, Jesus Christ, he sucks at this. The more I see Triple H do media, the more I realize you're not good at this media stuff, are you? You're not very good at this at all. Maybe Cody should do it. Cody is perfect at this. Cody is so good at media. Oh my God. I see why they made him a world champion. I see why he's all over the place and he's doing all these media appearances. John Cena, John Cena can say some stupid things too, but he's better at it than Triple H. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Becky's really good at it. Becky is probably better at it than a lot of other people give her credit for. Seth is good at media. Roman is. You would need to go see Roman do a media scrum. Roman, believe it or not, is incredible at media. I've seen him do interviews on Sports Center and ESPN with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, you already know, is like the king of media. he's training all these other people to do. Maybe that's why Roman's so good, because he's working with Paul. Roman is so relatable and so cool. Like, you literally want to get a beer with this guy. Not saying you don't want to get a beer with Cody, but like with Roman, it feels like you're drinking beer with him when you hear him talk. And so there are certain people who just are good at it. Rhea's okay. Rhea's getting better and more. Damian Priest is pretty good, you would think. Believe it or not, Santos Escobar is not that bad either, which is why Triple H loves him so much, because he's good at media, but he sucks at everything else. Sorry, I don't like Santos Escobar. I just don't like him. But you would think with all these other people being as good, Triple H would get better at it. He's not great. Shawn Michaels is better at media than Triple H is. Well, I would think. Shawn at one point was the head, like the top babyface in wrestling for what, decades? You would think he'd be good at media. Stone Cold Steve Austin was pretty good. He was pretty good. I wouldn't say he was great. The Rock is excellent. Of course he is. There are certain people who are good at it, and then there are those that you know are just not. Triple H just feels like the kind of person that he means well. You know, he has a good heart. You know, he cares. But when you hear statements like this, I don't see color. I'm colorblind. What color are you? Orange, black, red. No. You know I'm brown. God damn it. Just say you don't judge people by their skin color. You judge people by their talent. Just saying. I love Triple H. I don't think he's a racist. I mean, reiterate that. Stop calling him a racist. This is an incident where he just sucks at media. This is one of those questions where I'm like, dude, do better at your job. You are the head of WWE. What you say carries more weight than anybody. Get better at media, period. Got someone in the live chat giving me a hard time. Big Boss, you better respect Triple H. You better respect the game or else. Buddy, calm down. Relax. I have given Triple H his flowers for years now. Triple H has single-handedly saved the WWE from Vince McMahon. It is 100 times better than it ever could possibly have been under Vince. So just because I'm criticizing him doesn't mean I hate him. Why do fans do that? When I criticize someone, they're like, oh, don't talk bad about them. They're not. You don't get to do that. Don't talk bad about them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Calm down, man. It's not that big of a deal. Triple H is a big boy. He can take criticism. They get real angry at me, y'all. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. So that's going to do it for wrestling news. I am going to save the rest of these news items for my Raw review. Yeah, we still got news. We got plenty of news, but I want something for my Raw review because I think Raw is probably not going to be all that eventful. So I want something for that live stream. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up by looking at some of your comments. Give me your thoughts about any of the topics I talked about. Well, you want to recap? MCMG, they come in the WWE. AJ Styles injury, the storyline one, and then the real one. Hell in a Cell between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre being critically acclaimed. Bad Blood Thoughts, Liv and Rhea. The finish was meh with Raquel Rodriguez, who's also meh, but I'm happy she's back. Rock coming back. Solo Sikoa saying it's part of the plan. And then, of course, Rock tease for a triple threat. Don't do it, Triple H. Don't you do it. Braun Strowman's injury. And then, of course, Triple H saying, I don't see color. I'm colorblind. That was mean. Okay, that one you can knock me for. That was screwed up. I love Triple H, but seriously, I just hate that comment. You do see color. You see my skin color. My history exists. Thanks. But let's go ahead. What are y'all in here talking about? I am going to shout you out too when I read your comment. let's start things off with the YouTube member in the live chat, Xavier Jackson. He says, the Hell in a Cell was a classic. I agree. It was definitely a classic. We'll definitely see how everyone else feels about that. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Kevin S. Oshiro. Did I say that right? Oshiro? Vince McMahon in a promo with John Cena, Booker T, and Queen Sharmell. Tell me that he didn't just say that. Oh, when he said the N-word. That's racist. Fuck Vince. Anyways, Mr. All Days Off. I don't put anything past anyone anymore. Look at Brock. He been the face of WWE heels for decades, and he part of Vince's backstage foolery. I agree, Mr. All Days Off. Anything is possible. I'm assuming you're talking about Triple H. Yeah, I just wish he would do better. Darcy Chatham, too many qualifiers. Main event, male singles, main event, main roster. What about undercard females NXT? It's all about the story, man. It's all about who draws, honestly. The cake. Someone said it was a PR response. Oh, the Triple H line was a PR response? I hope not. That was a terrible PR response. New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Colorism exists in wrestling too. Yeah. Yes, it does. JJ Bulldog. Again, continuing to let people know that black people do get love in NXT. He says Trick Williams is the NXT champ, and Obafemi, ooh, that big SOB. Obafemi is the North American champ. Although that's Shawn Michaels, that's more Shawn Michaels than Triple H, and we know Shawn. Shawn likes us. Shawn likes us. He can come to the cookout too. Him and Cody can come to the cookout. Let's see here. T-Man, I really feel like he did not quite mean it in a bad way. But, I don't know if I'm being naive. T-Man, you're talking about Triple H, right? No, he didn't mean it in a mean way. You're damn right he didn't mean it that way. People who interpret it that way are deliberately trying to knock him down. No, he didn't mean it that way. But he could have said it better. That's all we're saying. Yeah, Triple H just sucks at media stuff. Seriously. Someone said CM Punk is good with media. When he's in a good mood, he's excellent at media. But if you catch him on a bad day, oof. It's like honestly Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné, when she's in a good mood, she's very fun to be around. She's such a great person to talk to, great at media. When she's having a bad day, a nightmare. That's what I've heard. Same thing with Bayley. Bayley, when she's in a good mood, everyone loves her. But when she doesn't want to be bothered, she doesn't want to be talked to, not the funnest person to be around. That's what I've heard. So CM Punk, yes and no. Yes and no. I haven't met CM Punk though, but that's what I've heard. Papa H is better than Vince McMahon. Like, that's a given. Breathing is better than not breathing. That's the equivalent of what you just said. Darcy Chatham, Santos Escobar's promos are good at helping people sleep. God damn. He's better than one of those matches that make ocean sounds. He's better than one of those machines that make ocean sounds. Well, goddamn, Darcy Chatham. You didn't have to go in on him that hard. What are y'all doing? What y'all doing? Slam Tackle TV. What if Motor City Machine Guns join forces with AJ Styles? Team TNA? Team Total Stop, total non-stop action. Total Stop. Team Total Stop. God damn it. Team Total Non-Stop Action. There. TNA. I'm tired. Who is this? Yaga Crack Smoke. I'm not even going to ask. But Yaga Crack Smoke. I can see you playing a hitman, a nun, a CIA agent. You could have replaced Will Smith in that Alien movie. You're saying I look like a superstar, sir? Well, thank you. I'm not giving away my autograph, though. That's too valuable. You have to pay for that. Sorry, autographs are not free. Let's see here. We have a racist in the live chat. Moderators, there's a guy called White Power in the live chat. Please. Yeah, y'all know what to do. Mods, I'm gonna need you to get him. It literally is a guy in the live chat called White Power. I'm not making this up. It's actually pretty sad. Who got him? Damn, both mods got him. Both mods. Love it. Ultra Shadow and New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl knocked his ass out. Who the hell chooses a racist name in the live chat? That's ridiculous. But he was done quickly. Phoenix Remix. Would Naomi be the best person to win Rumble 2025 and put on another banger with Charlotte? Ooh, well, I do have Charlotte winning the Women's Rumble so far, so you might end up doing her and, well, you don't want to do her and Rhea, so maybe her and Nia? Her and Tiffany Stratton? Oh my God. Maybe I shouldn't have Charlotte win. I don't know who wins the Women's Rumble if not Charlotte Flair, because that's all I got. I don't have anybody else to win the Women's Rumble. Maybe Jay Cargill, but that's too soon. So, Charlotte, that's who I got. Jesus Christ. We're going to talk about Goldberg during the Raw live stream. I deliberately left him off on purpose because I need something to talk about for Raw. Don't worry. We'll get to Bill Goldberg and Volta. Nah, 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 nah. Volta. I went with Volta instead of Gunther. Let me see here. I think that pretty much covers it. So I can't go all the way back because my YouTube live chat is weird. It only goes to a certain extent, and we have a lot of people here, so some of it got cut off. I think this is a good spot to end the stream on. It's not too long. I got a lot of people watching me. So as we file out, again, hit that like button. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. I will be back later on tonight after Raw. Later tonight for my Raw review, also live. So be sure you leave a comment, follow me on social media. And before we go, look who just popped in at the last second. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. You love him. You can't live without him. Everybody show your love to A&B Convos Wrestling Edition. Me and A&B, we always talk shop after these live streams because we're in the same game. You know, we talk about that YouTube business, and they've been looking to do some vertical live streams themselves. So they're checking mines out. And just so we're clear, success. I thought this went surprisingly well. I just kind of came in here with like a piece of news to talk about, and I was just like, let's see if it goes well. And this went really well. So yeah, vertical live streams are a thing, but I don't want to use them over sparingly. I want to use them here and there to see what happens. But this one went well, and I want to thank y'all for making me a part of your day and making this work. So I am going to get out of here. So always know, you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world, a place that was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. And I will see you in my next video. You guys take it easy, and I'm out.